This is the longest one I've ever had to do. So just be prepared, okay? All righty, our guest today is one of the favorite athletes of all time for both of us. This is a true honor. 15-time NHL All-Star, 9-time NHL MVP, 10-time scoring champion, 2-time Conn Smythe Trophy winner, 4-time Stanley Cup champion. Still holds the records for most points and assists in a career, most goals, assists, and points in a single season.
Yes, sir.
Nearly 60 other NHL records.
God damn!
He is a member of the Hockey Hall of Fame, member of the Order of Canada, the first player to ever have his number retired league-wide. God damn, these are a lot of stats.
Damn.
He is the star of the greatest hockey game Travis and I have ever had the joy of playing. Please welcome the great one, Mr. Wayne fucking Gretzky! Yes, sir! Hell yeah.
I don't know what to say after that.
Dude, absolutely epic, man.
Exact same way I scripted it, but well done.
Well, that felt like it took forever, but it could have taken so much longer. I mean, the amount of records you hold in the NHL record books is truly remarkable.
Unbelievable.
Do you have one that like you means the most to you? Like, which of all of your records are you the most proud of, if that's easy?
Well, listen, first of all, hey, it's a pleasure for me to be here on your show. Love you guys, and it's an honor for me to be part of being with you guys for a day. So thank you again very much.
Oh my gosh.
The man.
As you guys know, being a professional athlete is such a thrill. And anytime you get any record, it's a thrill. And it's an honor. And so for me, each and every one felt the same. But if I had one record that I cherish the most, is the record that I think is going to be hardest to break. And that was, I scored 50 goals in 39 games.
Yeah.
And I think for somebody to get 50 goals in 38 games, as you guys know, the athletes get better every year.
Yes.
The equipment's better, the coaching's better, training's better. It's just, sports is better today than it was, but that's not knocking what we did back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. 20 years from now, it's going to be better than today. So I'm proud of all my records.
Heck yeah.
50 goals and what is 30?
That is insane.
Oh my gosh.
Did you just feel unstoppable that year? I mean, just everything you sent at the net went in?
So the record was 50-50. And then Mike Bossy came along and he tied the record 50-50. He scored 2 goals in the last 7 minutes in his 50th game to get 50-50.
Epic.
And I remember watching it and seeing his face and the jubilation and the joy he felt. So I was driving to the rink with my roommate, and I had 45 goals in 38 games. And I was a little more edgy than normal heading to the arena. And my buddy turned to me and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, I just thought of this. If I don't get 50-50 now, people are going to say I choked. So I'm thinking before the game, I'm thinking during the game, I'm like, gosh, I got to get to the 50-50 or I'm going to look like a miserable fool. And so
there's no way.
I scored 2 goals, I got 3 goals, and all of a sudden I had 49 goals. And I'm like, all right. And I scored the 50th goal, and my buddy turned to me and said, "Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that 50 anymore."
That's awesome, man. Recently, and Alexander Ovechkin, ironically, just around the same amount of games, just, passed you in most career goals ever scored. And it was awesome to see you show that respect and that class to him. When you set that record or at the end of your career in 99, did you ever expect that thing could be touched? It was mind blowing that anybody is even around that realm, man.
No, we all hope not. But listen, so I remember the night I broke Gordie Howe's record, or the night before, I was having dinner with my dad, and I said to my dad, in some ways I'm kind of embarrassed because it's a different era and a different time from when Gordie played, and he was such an icon, and he was my idol. In some ways, I'm feeling kind of guilty. And I'll never forget my dad saying, "Listen, you just have the same dignity and respect that Gordie Howe has for you because he's truly happy for you. So when somebody breaks your record, you be as classy as Gordie Howe." And I remember I looked at my dad and I said, "Well, can I just enjoy it for a little bit?"
You're already talking about getting broken.
I had so much fun. The NHL took care of my wife and I. We flew up there. We were at the game. I remember saying, gosh, they're playing Chicago tonight. He might get 3 tonight. We got to go. He got 2 goals and tied it. My good friend is the assistant coach, Kirk Muller. We went for dinner after the game, and I said, why didn't Ovechkin go on the ice in the last minute? You had the empty net. You're one of the coaches. Why didn't you put him out there? And he said, we tried to, and he said he didn't want to break the record on an empty net goal. So it shows you the class that he has, which was wonderful. So we got to go to Manhattan, spend a couple of days there. My son lives in New York, so we spent a few days in Manhattan, got to see him play on the island. And when he did score the goal, part of me was like, gosh, I was kind of looking forward to going back to Washington. They were playing Thursday that week. It was fun going to hockey games, like no stress, no pressure. We knew eventually he was going to break the record.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just a wonderful young man. And I think that his ownership group, Ted Leonis, and the hockey club and the coaches and his teammates and all the teammates he played with over all his years, he deserves the record, and good for him. He's made so much for hockey in Washington, for the NHL, and of course in his own country, Russia. So I'm proud and privileged that he broke it, and I'm happy that I can say he's a good friend.
Man, that is such a cool story. See, just to hear how much class and respect is in the NHL, and you guys have been doing it right. I believe his rookie year, you were the coach of the Coyotes.
Yeah.
And Ovechkin, he scored the goal in 2006. How crazy is that to come full circle?
Somebody asked me the other day, they said, when did you realize that Ovechkin had a chance to break your record? And he said, when I was coaching against, I think his first year.
Really?
He went through the whole team twice and scored on his rear end, on his back. I remember looking around going, what just happened? And not did he beat players, he beat some good players, he beat some NHL guys, and he beat a good goaltender. So, hey, listen, that's what makes sports wonderful, right? When you think, oh my God, can we get any better? Then another guy comes along and you go, wow, that guy's phenomenal. And then every sport's the same, whether it's football or basketball, hockey, baseball. And we just sit back as fans and go, this is wonderful. This is great. We get to watch. We have bleacher seats here, and we get to adore these athletes. Look at Caitlin Clark, how she's kept.
Oh, yeah.
Just taken over the country, and for that matter, maybe the world, and how she's encouraged so many young girls now to participate in sports, whether it's basketball or soccer or volleyball. My dad used to always say, the greatest thing about sports is that you learn so much about real life. You learn how to be unselfish. You learn how to be dedicated. You learn how to work hard. You learn how to win. And then you learn how to pick yourself up off the ground when you lose. And that's what life is all about. And so I just have so much respect for so many of these athletes that come along now. And as a fan, I just love it.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely. And I think we both can speak to this. We didn't really know what hockey was that much growing up at first. And I think what you guys brought in that era, in particular, you growing the game, I mean, it became so much bigger in the United States at that time. And it caused both of us to start getting it. Started making movies about it. Slapshot came out. Then they had the kids movie with the Mighty Ducks. And all of a sudden, everybody's playing hockey. And,
hockey has grown so much. I would say this, like Gordie Howe and Bobby Hull and Bobby Orr, they were the sort of the golden age of the 60s and early 70s.
Yeah.
And then, the Islanders were so special in New York. And then, I got traded to LA, and everybody goes, did you go to LA to help grow the sport? And I really didn't. I went to LA because I thought, okay, this is going to be really good. I'm really excited about playing in LA. I want to be part of growing a franchise and helping hockey. But I didn't realize at the time when I went to LA that Steve Yzerman was in Detroit and Mario Lemieux was in Pittsburgh and Brett Hull was in St. Louis and Mark Messier was in New York.
Legends.
Not only all those guys really good players, but they were incredible off the ice too, and they had charisma and they loved the game. So we had this big wave that kind of went all at once, and it was a perfect storm, right? And then all of a sudden, the Mighty Ducks came in. I'll never forget Michael Eisner having dinner with him one night, and he said, I'm going to have an NHL team called the Mighty Ducks. I remember looking at him going, you got to be crazy. NHL team, the Mighty Ducks. My wife Janet says to me, he probably is the number one marketing man in the world. I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, right.
He knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah, nothing was better than the '90s though. And seeing you guys, the names you just threw out there, Messier, Lemieux.
Yeah, man.
I mean, you name it, man. You guys had that thing rocking and rolling, especially for two young guys like us out of Cleveland, Ohio. We didn't even have a team, so we were just fans of the game and the league.
Seriously,
league wide.
Yeah,
I played an exhibition game in Cleveland. I can't even remember what year it was, but it was somewhere between 87 and 91. We played an exhibition game.
Yeah,
and
the Gund Arena.
Yeah, at Gund Arena. Cleveland Barons. Remember those
Yes.
guys?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah. We know the Cleveland Barons real well.
Dennis Marook was their go-to guy in those days.
That's too good, man. How about the shout out to the Barons, baby?
Yeah.
We had a coach that actually played for the Barons for a little bit. We got to ask, man, do you have so many good nicknames? Do you have one that you just you chuckle at or you like the most, or you got the great one? We found out that one of your early nicknames was the White Tornado.
Not gonna lie, that's pretty good.
Because I wore white gloves.
Oh
and
yeah,
I was playing well, and I went to this tournament in Quebec City, and they drew really well. We were drawing 15,000 people a game to watch us play, and I wore white gloves, and somebody wrote in French, "He's the White Tornado." And my dad hated that one. He hated the gray one. I think my favorite nickname is Doc, and the golf world, through Dustin and all his friends, I'm known anywhere on the golf course as Doc. And one of the things I said was I became an honorary doctor at the University of Alberta.
very cool.
I remember I said to somebody one day, Dr. Buss wasn't really a doctor, but he's an honorary doctor, and they call him Dr. Buss. And I was, can somebody call me Doc? My kids sometimes even call me Doc.
I love it.
That's awesome.
So that's probably my favorite nickname.
That's a
I'll
good one.
forever call you Doc, big guy.
For sure.
There you go.
Let's shift to the current Stanley Cup playoffs. Right now,
Yeah.
4 teams left. We got Edmonton leading 2-1. The Panthers are up 3-0 on the Hurricanes. Who do you think is going to shape up into is it going to be a finals rematch?
Yeah. Well, listen, I want you to know I'm the only guy in TNT on that panel that picked Edmonton to get to the finals.
Are you?
There you go.
Hey,
There you go.
Okay.
On Valentine's Day, emotions ran high, but no one expected this moment. During a light-hearted conversation, Travis Kelce casually dropped 2 words that instantly sent fans into a frenzy. While speaking about a special Valentine's surprise, he referred to global superstar Taylor Swift as "my wife." And yes, he said it confidently. What started as a simple discussion about Valentine's plans quickly turned into the most talked-about slip of the year. Travis was describing an extravagant new card gift, a Valentine's gesture that already had fans buzzing, when he naturally, almost instinctively, called Taylor "my wife" before smoothly continuing the conversation. There was no correction, no awkward backtrack, just confidence. Now here's why this matters. Travis has always been careful with his words when discussing Taylor publicly. So for him to use that phrase, especially on Valentine's Day, has Swifties and NFL fans asking the same question. Was this just a sweet slip or a subtle confirmation of something bigger? Adding fuel to the speculation, insiders close to the couple say Travis has been more vocal about long-term plans in recent weeks. And this Valentine's gift, it wasn't just romantic, it was reportedly deeply personal, symbolizing the next chapter. Fans immediately flooded social media, calling it the soft launch of husband mode. Whether it was accidental or intentional, one thing is clear, Travis didn't hesitate. And sometimes, the words that slip out are the ones that mean the most. So now the real question is, did we just witness a Valentine's Day hint at something much bigger coming soon?